Good morning. Welcome back to Get Grounded. I'm Carrie Foreman. So I promised you guys mindfulness exercises this weekend, and that's what we're going to do again today. I have two quick, short exercises for you because I know you guys are all busy, and I'm getting a lot of feedback that you need things that are 15 minutes or less for now. Please keep in mind, if you're interested in practicing mindfulness, these are beginner exercises. So if you are interested in practicing mindfulness, there are longer exercises that you can incorporate into your daily schedule, up to about an hour, I believe. So I just wanted to let you guys know that if this is something that you are interested in pursuing. So the first exercise that we're going to do today is called a core heart exercise. So this is about getting in touch with your heart and increasing the coherence of your heart. Okay, so the first step is to go to the place where you decided to do your sitting practice, whether that be a pillow on the floor, maybe just a corner in the room. A couple of you mentioned that you asked for meditation pillows for Christmas. Perfect. So until then, go to the space that you've created. Once you are in your sitting space and in the position that we talked about, I'm going to ask you to go ahead and close your eyes and start to take a few deep breaths, 3 or 4, in and out, exactly the way that we breathe when we set intentions. So you're going to close your eyes and you're going to breathe deeply into the count of 4 through your nose and out to the count of 8 through your mouth. After you've done that 3 to 4 times, I want you to start to bring some awareness to your heart area. Just really bring your present moment awareness to the area where your heart is. And I want you to start to imagine yourself breathing through your heart. I know that sounds bizarre, but breathing in through your heart and slowly out through your heart. And you're going to continue the deep, slow breaths, but now we're breathing through our heart. Now I want you to remember a time where you really felt appreciation and gratitude for someone in your life, or when you really felt love and caring. If you can't remember a time, just think of that person and really pay attention to the way your heart feels as you are allowing yourself to sit in gratitude of that person, appreciation of that person, love for that person, caring for that person. Really sit in the feeling that you feel in your heart. Once you've really felt that, you're going to send that appreciation to yourself and to others. In our minds, we're going to send that to ourselves and to others. And I want you to continue to sit in that feeling of sending that appreciation to yourself and maybe to a specific other person. And now you're going to notice that other thoughts come in. So remember to notice the thought that is trying to interrupt your good feeling. Accept that you're having it. It's not your fault that you're having it, you're just having it. Return to the room, to the feeling, and release the thought. And I want you to do that over and over, even if you pick a different person each time, for 10 minutes. So we're going to practice bringing our heart into coherence over and over for about 10 minutes. Okay, our second exercise today for you to practice is a walking exercise, a moving exercise. And I don't mean literally. I mean you're going to just incorporate this into your day. You can certainly use this during your sitting practice, but this is something on weekends I just really like to focus on mindfulness of relationships. These are our 2 days off a week. And are you really spending it being present with the ones that you love? So today, since it's Sunday, really focus on how present are you being with that person, with those people. Each one, pick one at a time. What does that person need from you right then? What do you think that they would appreciate receiving from you right then? Maybe it's you do something in their love language. If it's your child, what do they love? Now, in that moment with your loved one, I want you to really take some time to love them exactly the way they are without thinking, ugh, I just wish they'd do this, or I just wish they'd stop doing this. Just love them exactly the way they are. Regardless of what your faith is, we do all believe that they were made perfectly just the way they are, right? And maybe some things we're raising children, so we guide and we support. But let's spend some time loving them exactly the way they are. Another way to be present in your relationships today is, let's say it's your partner. Spend some time today, especially, I hate to say this, but it is stereotypical, but as women, sometimes we get very, do this, do that. Ah, why are you doing it that way? Forget it, I'll just do it myself. Things like that. Spend time today being in charge of you. You don't need to be in charge of that other person. They are a grown adult. Spend your time being in charge of yourself today and really sit with the feelings that that brings, because honestly, it might bring you a little anxiety. They're going to be doing things not in the way you want them. They're going to be handling things maybe a little differently than you would, but you're in charge of you. You don't have to be in charge of your partner. So really sit in that today, and I think they'll appreciate it as well. The last thing I'm going to ask you to do today to be mindful in your relationships is to represent yourself with the word I. We talked about this a little bit before, so I'm going to ask you to use statements like I think, I feel, I want. I feel ignored when you're watching football all day. What I'd like for you to do is watch football for 2 hours and then spend 2 hours with me. Is that something you can do? I mentioned before that feels robotic, and it really does at first, but I promise you guys, if you try it on for size, it gets really comfortable. In my home, my husband and I communicate that way a lot, especially if there's hurt feelings involved. Okay, those are two great exercises that you can try out today. Try out any day that you'd like. Thank you so much. I'll see you guys tomorrow on another day of Get Grounded.